This is the Songbird rebuilt. This is part 3. This video is not for children. It might be sexually explicit. So, as I was saying, are you gay? Are you straight? No offense. Are you bisexual? Are you trisexual? Are you sure? Or do you need therapy? Because after 12 years of therapy and thinking that I was before the 12 years of therapy, I thought that I was naturally gay. After the 12 years of therapy, and no, the therapist never said, no, you're not gay. Nothing like that ever even came up. Just dealing with my real problems and traumas of life is what happened. And I found that I was not gay. And I was not bisexual either, or definitely never been trisexual. So, it's a good idea to think about those things. I should have known, and maybe, I'm only telling my story because maybe I'm sure there's plenty of people like this. And maybe you'll hear something that will trigger you, and you will know that you need therapy, and that you're not a bisexual or a trisexual or a gay person. I could never kiss a girl. I could never hug the girl. I could never cuddle, none of that. If you ever went to bed with all your clothes on, a lot, and not just a girl, I couldn't even do it with a guy. So if you were the person, because I used to go to bed with all my clothes on. Okay, so that's a sign right there that you definitely need therapy. Not once in a while, I mean like, oh, you fell asleep. No, I mean like all the time. Or like you're actually sleeping with you're having a relationship and you're sleeping with your pants, your underwear, your bra, everything on, your belt tightly, fastened, then you need therapy. Okay, these videos are going to be short because they're very strong content mentally, and I don't want to affect anybody in a bad way. Just want to give a little food for thought. Now, there was a time that when I was in my 8th year of therapy, I had went into the Valley Advocate. I had been doing that like every spring. I would go into the Valley Advocate, put an ad in for a girl, whatever. So this time, the girl said, oh, I know all about you. We all know about you. We're passing the word about you. You make everybody feel all fantastic, and then you won't even have sex with them. You get them all riled up, and you throw them away, and then you change your phone number, and you never talk to the person again. She said, we're not going for it anymore. So we're telling everybody what your name is and your whole... So, and that's when I really knew, and back then I was like 30. I thought it was kind of funny, but it really wasn't funny. It just showed that I had a real serious mental defect for power and control. Not control, but more like the power. Like, making somebody else feel so good gave me power. But there was no emotional attachment to it. Not any at all, and people want emotional attachments too, even though they say they don't want to catch feelings and they just want to have sex. It's not true. It's not true, because if you turn them away and you just have sex and walk away, they don't like it. And know this to be true because I know people who were friends of mine who had sex with numerous people and claimed that they didn't have any feelings for them, but they did. They did have feelings for the person that walked away and acted just like them and spoke like them, that they didn't care about what was going on and had no feelings for it. So there it is again. These videos are going to be short. This is part 3. Sometimes I had dates. I would have a date, everything would be great until it's time to, the end of the night with a guy or a girl. At the end of the night when they want to, they're trying to get me to, you could just tell they're hitting around. Of course, we're all grown up and they want to have sex. And I would find every excuse in the world not to have sex, or, if it was a guy and he looked stronger than me, well, then I would just pick a fight or something to make him leave. Or I would look out the window and say, oh, I forgot, I shouldn't have lied to you. I do have a boyfriend and he's on his way up the street. You better run out the back door. And see, it's not funny. It's really ridiculous because a few people ran out the door They really did run out the door. They believed me. No, there was no guy coming in my house. And see, stuff like that. And if you're doing anything like that, I know I'm not the only person in the world that's done that. And if you've been doing that kind of stuff, then you need therapy, because you have sexual regression and emotional regression, and you need to go and get some therapy for that. So, because I found out I was missing out. I mean, it took me until like age 50 to figure out 48, 49, 50. I'm like, oh my God, I've been missing out on this beautiful thing. Well, some people do. I won't judge anybody. But I think it's a beautiful thing if you keep it sacred and just deal with who you're dealing with. And I was missing out and had no idea and didn't care about it. I was told that I was missing out and didn't care about